This is the iconic Principality Stadium in Cardiff, and for me, the greatest rugby stadium in the world. Right in the heart of the city, with over 74,000 fans packed in and the roof closed, there's nowhere louder, nowhere more intimidating. This place has seen Grand Slams, Lions Heroes, World Cups, and some of the biggest moments in rugby history. The walk out of that tunnel, the anthem, the noise, it's something every player dreams of. There's just nothing else like it. Let's have a look around. Firstly, welcome to the Principality Stadium. You boys into rugby?
Yeah.
Yeah. What positions are you?
Number 8.
Number 8?
103.
103, right. Well, I'm going to keep my distance from you boys, I think. So if you look behind you, this will be the door here. This is where the bus will drop us off. So you come down the ramp. Did you drive down the ramp when you came in?
Yeah.
So the bus will then turn here. There's a bit of a lull on the atmosphere. And then you open these doors and you used to have the choir belting out sort of Calalan or whatever it was. And it would give you a bit of a boost going up these steps into the changing room. So this is normally where the nerves start kicking in now for players, but I'm a lot more relaxed today with you guys as I have been previously. Do you have a quick photo with the lads here, the competition winners?
My lads?
They're Gloucester fans as well, Sam, but
nice.
they've only just forgiven you for going to Bristol, but you're all right. Yeah.
Got an egg in the middle.
Oh, that's awesome.
There we are.
Jesus, thank
There we
you.
are. Normally, Steve, we would be turning left, wouldn't we?
You would be turning left. Wales players currently turn right. So the dressing rooms have been flipped. But the dressing rooms have a really interesting history. The stadium is 27 years old. When we opened in 99, this was the home dressing room. Away dressing room was down there. And Warren Gatland flipped them around your time in 2008. So that became the home dressing room and remained so throughout the years when, to 2021, when we had Wayne here. And then Steve Tandy, our new coach, has flipped them back again.
It still feels strange for me walking down this way. After you guys.
Thank you.
In this dressing room, your replacements are on this side and the starting 15 is over here.
You can take your seat there now, ready for match
Take a
day.
picture of you before.
Get yourself in there, come
Before
on.
you do, just the shirt hides the names of very famous loose heads for Wales down the years. So these names here are some of the great names that have worn the number 1 shirt in the past.
I think as well what they've done with the names as well. So if you've got gold on your name, it's because you've managed to get 100 caps, I think. So that's there we are. Look, I should be a stadium tour guide here, shouldn't I? Huh? We're just bouncing off each other, Steve, aren't we? On behalf of Vodafone, they've managed to sort of get a signed shirt by the whole squad to present for you and to say congratulations for winning, thanks for coming, and something for you to take home with and hopefully enjoy. So who's going to take it?
Much.
Oh, yeah. There we are. Present it to the two boys. Look, hold it up like that for the camera. There we are.
Got an example of the cap here as well. The story about the cap is really quite interesting because you only get one,
Yeah, that's the
but
biggest
you've got quite a few. haven't you?
That's the biggest letdown in my professional career, because you know when someone says, oh, you've got 60 caps or whatever, I actually thought when I started, I was like, okay, I'm going to have 60 caps. And you actually get given one on your first cap, one on your 50th, one on your 100th, and you know, if you're lucky, like someone like Alan Wynne, you get 150
yeah, he's
as well.
the only one with 4.
With 4. So so I'm quite disappointed that you've just got 1 cap in that. So you keep your shirt afterwards. So you always used to keep a shirt on your first, your 50th, your 100th. You'd always have 2 shirts. You could swap one. So what do you think, boys? Quite cool? It's a big place, isn't it?
It's a bit better than Brockworth, mate, isn't it? Especially at the minute.
This is generally where all the posh seats are.
Yeah.
So this is where your dad sits in King's Home. That's all the posh seats there, and all the sort of people who are mixing it up are in the middle here, like in the shed. Is the shed? Yeah, the shed in Gloucester.
Yeah.
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 You boys aren't in the shed, are you?
Yeah, that's where your season ticket is.
I actually quite like it when it's empty.
Yeah.
When you come here when it's empty, because you can sort of see. The first thing you boys said was just how big it is.
Yeah.
and it's a really cool.
But the noise though, like can you imagine the noise, like walking out and.
Yeah, especially on big games, you come down this tunnel, and there's certain games and there's certain moments where you can just feel there's a different atmosphere in the stadium. As soon as you walk through there, then you've got the fire and the atmosphere building, and there's certain games. We were talking about it earlier, Steve, weren't we? Maybe, I mean, you boys maybe a bit too young now for this, but sort of 2019 when we won the Grand Slam here, it was absolutely belting it down. And the roof was open. The island requested the roof stay open, but we just felt the energy coming through the stadium, through the tunnel. We sort of felt from that moment. I think everyone in the stadium thought we weren't going to lose. Yeah. There's certain days in this stadium you feel that, and you feel like you're invincible, and there's no way that you can lose. This is the one that Wales used to be in all the time. So you'd have, in this corner here, you'd have your replacements, so 16 to 23. And then you'd have in this corner, in this sort of like semicircle type shape, you'd have, so number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so you'd be in there. And then we were talking earlier, Steve, weren't we, about these two corners here. So this used to be my spot, and I used to be changing next to number 11, who was Josh Adams, I used to play with quite a lot. And basically, we'd get no room for anything because you've got two people changing here. You'd have kit bags, you'd have boots, you'd have towels, you'd have everything. And we reckon we ended up with the worst deal. So basically, for 15 years, I had to change there, or occasionally on that side as well. I know one thing more than Steve about the Principality Stadium today. So can you see this door here? Any idea why there's a lock on it? So this is the kit manager's room, so the baggage master. I say baggage master is a fancy word for the kit man, basically. But they used to put a lock on it because when boys would be coming in and out, they keep all the sweets and chocolate and cokes and things in there. So they have to put a lock on it and all the kit. So otherwise, boys would just be helping themselves to free kit, chocolate, cokes and things like that. So they have to monitor what was there. So nothing top secret, but just a tuck shop and things like that.
So they're all about the stash. And
It doesn't change. It doesn't change. Again, we're saying about sort of not letting your teammates down from under 12s to seniors. It doesn't change. The best day about coming into camp and playing for your national team is kit day. Guys, just want to say thank you ever so much for coming down. I hope you've had a really good tour of the Principality Stadium. What did we think?
Good.
Better or worse than we expected?
Better.
Good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, look, really appreciate you coming down. Vodafone have been amazing sponsors in organising this. So thank you, boys.
Thank
really
you so
appreciate it.
much.
Thank you.
Cheers, Dan.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the weekend's rugby.